Hey everyone, Bowen from Enhanced Asset Management here, just back with a quick little update today just on your direct share position in AUB. So AUB updated the market towards the end of August with their full year 2023 results. I've just got some of these results and a few snippets up from our internal research note on screen for you all here today, so feel free to pause and have a look at your own pace if you'd like. So revenue for the year was up 61.2%, up to $1.1 billion, excluding Tices, which was a pretty major acquisition that AUB made over the past 12-18 months. AUB managed to expand their EBITDA margins by 160 basis points, up to 35.6%, which is a really strong performance for the company over the year. Tices continued to outperform AUB's initial forecast with revenue growth of 6% and an EBIT margin of 26.1%, which were both comfortably ahead of the business's original forecast. Now, underlying NPAT of $129 million was a growth of 74.4% on financial year 2022, with earnings per share up 34%. We note that there was obviously some dilution in that EPS growth figure, given the equity raise that AUB issued towards the end of May to fund the Tices retail costs, which we participated in within your portfolios. So for the outlook, AUB provided some FY24 guidance with underlying net profit after tax forecasted to be between 154 and 164 million, which represented around about a 20 to a 27% growth on the current year. So this guidance figure was slightly above our forecast, which was really positive, and as a result we've had to increase our forecast moving forward, which has resulted in an uplift in our valuation to $31.60. So we've just got some financials up on the screen here, just some of our forecasts if you'd like to have a look. And I've just got a little breakdown on screen here, just provided in the presentation from AUB, just showing that forecasted NPAT growth for the year and where that's going to come from. So as you can see, 11 to 14% of that growth is purely organic, which shows that the core business is performing really, really strongly. And the acquisition of Tices providing a further 5 to 10% growth. It's a really nice split that shows, as we said, the core business is performing really well, which is step one in the business performing well, and obviously the bolt-on and the acquisition of Tices continuing that growth is really important as well. Now, we've had a few conversations internally about when's the best time to get out, when do we start looking at reducing our holding, but we're really confident in the way AUB are performing at the moment, and I think this slide really sums it up, that the growth isn't over yet. So this was provided in the presentation as well, and it's just got some target margins for each of AUB's segments, and you can see that over on the left hand side here is the financial year 2023 margin, and over on the right hand side here we got the target moving forward. So there's a lot of room for growth here in margins for AUB. The broking segment, they're targeting a 40% margin, which is currently only at 35%. BizCover, an acquisition made about 2 years ago, operating on a 40% margin. They're trying to get it to 50, and so on throughout the rest of the business. So, they've performed extremely well over the past 12 months, but there's plenty of room for that to continue growing. And finally, I just thought I'd put up a chart on screen of AUB. We've been in constant discussions with you all about how well this company is performing, and it's been our biggest holding for the last sort of 12 months, and it's continuing to provide some really strong returns. So from when we made our initial purchase at around about $18, the stock price has grown about 75% up to $31 a share. And as we showed before, our base case is still for a little bit of growth from here, and there's no reason why we can't continue to upgrade those forecasts moving forward. Now, as always, this is all just general advice only and just for information purposes. So if you require any further advice, please speak to your financial advisor when required. That's all from me today, guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll be in touch shortly. Cheers.